Welcome to Conversation with Q on Q's Views. We ask that you like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all social media platforms, and we truly love and appreciate all the support that we get thus far. We hope to expand and to grow, and this is just one of the shows that we have on our channel, Q's Views. Again, as a disclaimer, I do have to say that on this show here, on this channel period, we're typically talking about the views of Q. Today we will be discussing 4 reasons you should keep your brilliant ideas to yourself. The number 1 reason is copying. Now I know you're like, oh my gosh, it doesn't matter if people copy my ideas, it don't matter if people are doing what I came up with. What's the point of having an idea and you can't share it and whatever? Well, let me tell you something. A lot of times when people copy what you have, they're not copying it. Well, they are fans, I'm not gonna lie, but they sometimes take the idea and they could have more resources than you have at the moment. And the thing about that is, one of the most hurtful things is that when they copy your idea and they have the resources, they don't have your vision. They don't do it the way you would do it. And so, like, let's say if you have an idea to help the community, you want to open a homeless shelter. They might take your idea, but they don't have your vision and they don't have the same intentions that you do. So by copying what you do, they could make your journey to get to what you're trying to get to a lot longer. Them taking your idea, they may have, the idea and try to take your idea to make money, to make a profit out of it. And they don't have the care and the same vision and the passion that you have. And so when they take it to make a profit, it kind of ruins what you wanted to do in the first place, and your potential donors may not want to donate to you because they had a bad experience with the person that stole your idea and your concepts. Eventually, you'll get through anyway. It doesn't matter what anybody say. Can't nobody really take your vision or idea, but it does make it a lot harder to get to your certain point. And a lot of times people copy you. They're trying to copy you because they're competing with you. You don't even know when you entered this competition. It's just straight jealousy. It could be people you don't even know. They're looking at you from afar and they try to copy everything you do. And they look at you and you have something within yourself that they want. So they try to copy you and try to compete with you with what you want to do. And so, they're not self-willed, they're not self-motivated. Now, some people do copy as inspiration and they do look up to you, but a lot of times it's not the case. My number 2 reason that I would like to discuss is the fact that, scientists say that when you discuss your idea, your brain releases dopamine. And, they say that dopamine is the thing that makes you happy, like when it releases, that joy you feel, that high you feel. I don't know about all that. I'm not the biggest scientist in the world. I don't know how accurate or true that is, but I could tell you this. A lot of times you get your fulfillment from just saying your idea. And when you say your idea, you're not motivated to work. You're not motivated to keep pushing. So a lot of times if you make a promise to yourself, or you tell yourself, okay, I'm not going to tell anybody, I'm going to just show everybody, you'll be more motivated. Sometimes that person just saying, hey, you did a good job or whatever, or that's a great idea, is just good enough for you, where you don't think about it too much. A third thing is, and I made that quick, my third thing is people discourage. When you tell your idea, especially to the wrong person, people discourage your brilliant idea And sometimes you don't feel like you're motivated. So you might have that quick dopamine, like we talked about, reason number 2. But reason number 3, you might not have that dopamine feeling because they might deflate your confidence right when you tell them. You might tell them your idea and they're telling you, nah, I don't think it's a good idea. Let's get back to that homeless shelter idea. They might say, oh, it would be good except for the fact that how are you going to get grant dollars? You know, I mean, don't you think that there are enough homeless shelters that exist? Why would someone want to start another one? I mean, how are you going to raise the money? How are you going to give them the proper living condition to live in this house? Do you think it should be attention to? That's pretty costly. All of that puts doubt in your mind, and it can stop you in your journey. If it's your true vision, your true passion that you really want to do, nothing could really stop you. But sometimes it might not be a passion yet until you start working. You know, a lot of times we don't wake up with this passion and just want to do it right then, you know. But that person could just discourage you just from placing doubt and just telling you that, you know, this already exists or that already exists, or it might cost too much money, or how do you feel that you're equipped to do this? Oh yeah, people are bold enough to let you know that you're not even qualified. You're not even equipped to do it. And so you might feel a feeling of just despair, you just feel discouraged. You just feel like, you know, you just don't have it. Like you just don't want to move forward. Like, you know, you just told your idea, you thought this person was your friend or an opinion of a person that you really cared about. This person might just be more successful than you, and they just shot your idea down, you know. Sometimes they might not have as much as you, and they shoot your idea down. A lot of times when people discourage, I'm not going to say that everybody has the worst thought of you or everybody is jealous of you. Sometimes people talk from true concern. They don't want you to fail. They don't want you to not make it in life. They don't want you to not make it in life. So it don't always come from a bad place, but everybody don't see what you see. Everybody can't envision what you're doing. They don't have that same motivation and drive that you have. So they can't see it the way you see it. My fourth reason that I want to talk about is your haters. Now, I talk a lot about this, and it's not to put any light on haters or anything. It's just to let everybody know, hey, they're out there. But you can be encouraged. You can still have the positive mindset. You could, you know, not really care about what other people have to say, but you do have to know that they're out there. And by knowing that they're out there, you can move accordingly. You know how to move. You know what to say. You know what to give to who. You can't give your all to everybody because everybody don't deserve your all. Everybody don't know. Everybody can't. They don't know where you're going. So your haters, they're going to throw shade at you. They're going to side-eye you. They may see something that they don't like that can help you, and instead of telling you, they let you look foolish. They might think the worst of you. And they just throw shade. They just look at you from the side, and they just, stab you in the back, and you really don't know. And the dangerous thing about haters is the fact that your haters could be in your friends. It could be one of your friends. Your haters could be one of your family members. It's sad to say, and this happens. I hate to bear this bad news to you, tell you this bad news, but sometimes your hater could be your spouse. They're intimidated. They're intimidated by you. They're intimidated by what you do. And so when it's in a situation where it could be a friend or a family member, of course you could refrain yourself, you could separate yourself from your friend. But you really can't separate yourself from your family member. You could kind of minimize your contact, but you really can't separate yourself from that spouse. But at the same time, you know, if it's you not your spouse, you can't really separate yourself from your family member. You can separate yourself from your friend, but from your spouse, you know, me personally, I just think you pray for them, and you just, you know, a lot of times it's insecurity that people deal with. They're intimidated. They think that you're going to be more successful. You're not going to acknowledge them. You're going to leave them behind. So they have a lot of self-doubt and insecurity within themselves. And to be honest with you, that's why a lot of people hate. You know, a lot of times it starts from admiration, and then, you know, it's a jealousy. They don't feel like they're equipped. Why you got to be this great? Why you got to be this terrific person? If, you know, why do you have to have this vision in you? But what they don't understand is that everybody has a gift. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has something that they're good at. And a lot of times they base their talent based on society and how society sees it instead of how God sees it, or how, you know, how they can be the best that they can be. So it doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter how society measures your success. You got to look at within yourself. You can't be insecure. And even if you may experience that from someone else, don't look at other people's vision. Look at your vision. Look at your passion. Look at what you're good at. And ultimately, you have to understand that your vision is for you. People might pretend to be happy for you. People might pretend to be angry at you, and it does not matter. Your vision is for you. God gave that to you. God gave you that passion. Put it in action. Actions speak louder than words. Don't worry about what no one else has to say. You do you. You keep pushing. Thank you for watching.